I still remember how you laughed, like sunlight spilling through the glass. Now your name feels strange and small, like it never lived here at all. Your side of the bed don't sink no more. The dust moved in around the door, and every little thing we were feels like a dream you never heard. I kept the echoes, kept the ache, kept the vows we couldn't say, but somewhere in you moving on, you left me here, then left me gone. I thought I'd haunt you just the same, the way you still run through my veins, but I was just a season to you, and that's the kind of hurt I can't undo. You forgot me, like I was never your home, like I was just a soft night. You outgrew and outwore. You forgot me, while I still say your name, still break when it rains, still carry a flame. You forgot me, and I'm still remembering everything. I hear you in the choir, still in passing cars and windowsills, but maybe you don't hear me now. Maybe I'm just silence to you somehow. I wore my healing like a lie, pretty mask over my eyes, 'cause every time I almost mend, I think of how you don't look back again. Your old text sleep inside my phone like little ghosts I read alone. You may have lost the need to care, but I still find you everywhere. They say the heart will learn to heal, but not before it learns what's real, and nothing ever felt more cruel than loving someone who unlearned you. You forgot me, like I was never your home, like I was just a soft night. You outgrew and outwore. You forgot me, while I still say your name, still break when it rains, still carry your flame. You forgot me, and I'm still remembering everything. Tell me, did my touch fade easy? Did my voice leave your skin? Did the nights we swore forever mean nothing in the end? 'Cause I still know the way you breathe, still know the look before you kissed me, still know the shape you're leaving made, still feel it in me every day. And maybe that's the hardest truth, not that I lost all of you, but that I stayed somewhere in your past while you made forgetting look so fast. You moved on, I stay still, you let go, I always will. You forgot I remain with your ghost in my mind. You forgot me, but I still live in that room where your goodbye turned morning into something I couldn't move through. You forgot me, and I hate how deep it goes, 'cause I still love the memory of someone you don't even know. You forgot me, and I'm still here hurting like you won't. So if the night feels heavier, it's just me carrying what you dropped. You forgot me, like it was easy, and I still haven't stopped. You forgot me. Mm-hmm. Lost in the curtains, breathe a little midnight over me. Your shadow lingers by the bed, like you still live inside my head. The coffee's cold, the floorboards ache with every little step I take. And all the silence in this place still wears the outline of your face. I smile like I'm surviving, like I don't break the same. But every night the darkness whispers and tears know my name. Tears know my name before I call your name. They find the wound beneath my skin and pull me back again. Tears know my name. They know exactly where you stay, in every breath, in every bruise, and all the love you couldn't say. Tears know my name. Your voice still lives in passing rain, a soft and unforgiving pain. I hear you in the hallway light, in every lonely part of night. I wear the daylight like a lie, with steady hands and quiet eyes. But when the blue hour leans too close, I lose myself in missing most. They say the heart gets stronger, they say the hurt will change, but every time I think I'm healing, tears know my name. Tears know my name before I call your name. They find the wound beneath my skin and pull me back again. Tears know my name. They know exactly where you stay, in every breath, in every bruise, and all the love you couldn't say. Tears know my name. Maybe that's the coolest part, not that you left, but how you stayed. And little things I cannot touch, and in all the words I never say. I try to lock the memory out, to let the silence fade to black. But grief has hands, and grief remembers every road that leads me back. Late night, blue light, no sleep. Your ghost, soft rain, cold flame, still here, same pain. Tears know my name, and they arrive without a sound. When the whole world says I'm doing fine, they still come pouring down. Tears know my name, like they were born inside this ache, like losing you became the language only sorrow speaks in me. Tears know my name, and they still fall for you. So if the night looks heavy, it's just my heart letting go in vain. 'Cause even when I hide from everyone, tears know my name. The sun came in too soft, too cold, for a room that still felt cold. Your side of the bed was empty blue, and daylight only proved it true. The coffee shook inside my hands, like grief had seeped into my skin. I tried to start another day, but all I felt was you again. Your name was hanging in the air, like something missing still right there. And every little thing I touched turned into all of us. I thought the night would hurt the worst, but morning hit me deeper first. I broke in the morning when the light found where you left me, when the silence got too honest. Your memory undressed me. I broke in the morning with the whole world waking up, and me still somewhere in your leaving, still holding what was lost. I broke in the morning, and I haven't healed since then. The mirror caught my tired face, a stranger standing in your place. I smiled a little just to see how broken could still look like me. The window wore a silver rain, like heaven knew your name was pain. And every car that passed outside sounded like goodbye. I folded up the shirt you wore, then dropped it shaking on the floor. 'Cause even fabric knows the truth, I still belong to you. They say the dawn can make things new, but all it did was show me you. I broke in the morning when the light found where you left me, when the silence got too honest. Your memory undressed me. I broke in the morning with the whole world waking up, and me still somewhere in your leaving, still holding what was lost. I broke in the morning, and I haven't healed since then. Maybe nights are kinda liars, they hide the damage in the dark, but morning lays it on the table. It shows me every broken part. I would've rather kept the midnight with the shadows in disguise, 'cause dawn is cool when it reminds you who is gone and who survived. And I hate how all this sunlight still can't warm what you took. It just lights up the emptiness in every corner of the room. Cold coffee, warm tears, new daylight, same fear. One sunrise, too late. One heart still breaks. I broke in the morning when forever looked like nothing, when the bed turned into distance and your ghost turned into something. I broke in the morning, and the ache still comes with dawn, 'cause every day begins with losing what my soul still leans upon. I broke in the morning, the day I woke up without you. So let the sunlight fill the window, let the day say I'll be fine. It doesn't know the morning took the strongest part of me. That time I broke in the morning, and morning still feels like goodbye. I kept the part that hurt. I threw away the flowers first, watched them dry up in the sink. Packed your letters in a box, like that would stop me from thinking. But Changed the sheets, moved every chair, let the cold air fill the room. But your absence stayed exactly where your love had taught my heart to bloom. The mirror caught me standing still, half in shadow, half in loss, looking like somebody trying to survive what softness costs. I let the easy pieces leave, the little things, the smoke, the dust. But when it came to what was left, I kept the wound, I kept the us, I kept the part that hurt, the part that still says your name first, the part that waits before the dawn and reaches for what's gone. I kept the part that hurt, like it was holy, like it worked, like pain was all stopped telling me the truth. I kept the part that hurt. Your coffee mug is gone by now, but I still pause beside the sink, like maybe grief lives in small habits more than all the things we keep. I smile enough to get through days, I laugh when anybody looks, but when the blue hour leans in close, my whole disguise comes unhooked. The song comes on, the rain, it's gas, and suddenly I'm back again, in the soft collapse of your goodbye, and the ache beneath my skin. They say let time do what it does, let healing carry you back out. But time just made the sharpness blur. It never taught my heart to stop. I kept the part that hurt, the part that still says your name first, the part that waits before the dawn and reaches for what's gone. I kept the part that hurt, like it was holy, like it worked, like pain was all stop telling me the truth. I kept the part that hurt. Maybe that's the cruelest thing. Not that you left, but what remained. Not your body, not your voice, but the bruise beneath my faith. I could have burned the photographs, I could have washed you from the walls, but something in me wanted proof that what we had was there at all. So I let sorrow stay too long, I let your ghost become my home, and every night I lie beside the piece of me you made your own. The soft part, the deep part, the after, the scar, the silence, the rain, the place you remain. I kept the part that hurt, the part that never learned its worth, the part that still goes weak at night when midnight says you're mine. I kept the part that hurt, and now it lives beneath my words, in every breath, in every prayer, in every place I thought you were. I kept the part that hurt, and that's the part that stayed. So if I look like I moved on, don't trust the calm, don't trust the skin. I let the rest of you go quiet, but I kept the ache within. I kept the part that hurt, and it still sounds like you. Loved you in silence. I kept your name behind my teeth, like something holy, something weak. I smiled at you like I was fine, while all my storms stayed out of sight. You never heard the way I broke, in every word I never spoke. I stood so close, still out of view, loving you like shadows do. The room still carries little signs of all the ways I called you mine. Not with my hands, not with the claim, just with the ache that knew your name. I was a prayer with no sound, a heart that beat but never called out loud. I loved you in silence, in the dark behind my eyes, in the breath before your name, in the tears I kept inside. I loved you in silence, with a heart too scared to move. Now all that's left is quiet pain, and all the words I never gave to you. I loved you in silence. You laughed and something fell in me, a soft collapse you couldn't see. I learned to wear my calm so well, no one could ever really tell. I let you pass right through my days and turn my longing into grace. But every night the truth came through, I was still losing sleep to you. Your memory sleeps inside my chest, like love that never got to rest. And even now when rain comes down, it sounds like all I never said out loud. I held forever in my hands and watched it fade without a chance. I loved you in silence, in the dark behind my eyes, in the breath before your name, in the tears I kept inside. I loved you in silence, with a heart too scared to move. Now all that's left is quiet pain, and all the words I never gave to you. I loved you in silence, baby, that's the coolest part. You never broke me on purpose, you never promised, never lied. I just built a home in what you are. And if I had said it sooner, would the ending feel less blue? Or would I still be here at midnight, making songs out of missing you? No confession, no goodbye, just your face in my mind. No warning, no release, just a love that stayed beneath. I loved you in silence, till the quiet turned to grief, till your memory became the only place you still belong to me. I loved you in silence, and the silence loved me too. Now every lonely part of me still carries me back to you. I loved you in silence, and I still do. So if my voice sounds soft tonight, it's just the weight of hidden light. Some loves don't fade, they just stay blue. I loved you in silence, still still loving you. The room goes dim when evening falls. Your shadow still moves across the walls. I change the sheets, I move the chair, but your goodbye still lingers there. The window hums with midnight rain, like heaven learned to speak your name. And every little breath I take still bends beneath the weight of ache. I wear the daylight like a lie, smile with stormlight in my eyes. But when the dark comes back again, I find the wound you left within. I try to call it healing, try to say I'd be okay, but every step away from you still leads me back to pain. I still belong to the pain, to the bruise behind your name, to the nights that won't release me, to the love that never changed. I still belong to the pain, like a home I didn't choose, like a heart that keeps on kneeling at the altar of losing you. I still belong to the pain. Your coffee cup is gone by now, but I still pause and wonder how a body leaves, a voice grows small, but love still echoes through it all. I hear you in the hallway floor, in every half-closed bedroom door, in every song that leans too low, in every place I should not go. I let somebody hold my hand, but all it did was make me understand that once the soul is known your flame, everything warm feels touched by pain. They say the time will soften what the heart can't carry through, but mine still breaks in quiet ways, still shaped by loving you. I still belong to the pain, to the bruise behind your name, to the nights that won't release me, to the love that never changed. I still belong to the pain, like a home I didn't choose, like a heart that keeps on kneeling at the altar of losing you. I still belong to the pain. Maybe that's the cruelest part, not that you left, but where you stayed, and every tender part of me that never learned to turn away. I should've let the silence win, should've burned your ghost out of my skin. But grief has hands and grief is wise, it folds your memory in my life. And now even peace feels borrowed, even sleep won't say my name, 'cause somewhere deep beneath my ribs I still belong to pain, in my chest, in my sleep, in the tears I never keep, in the dark, in the blue. I still break back to you. I still belong to the pain, and it wears me like a chain, through the mornings, through the mirror. If my voice sounds softer now, it's just the cost of what I knew. Some loves don't end when lovers do. They stay behind and pull you through. I still belong to the pain. The window trembles in the dark, like heaven's leaning on my heart. Each drop against the glass tonight sounds like your name in broken light. Your side of the bed stays cold and still, but the storm slips in where you used to live. I pull the covers to my chest, but nothing here can give me rest. The room goes blue when midnight falls. Your shadow moves across the walls, and every little crack of thunder feels like the night you pulled me under. I try to close the blinds, move on, but rain keeps bringing back what's gone. I still hear you in the rain, in every drop, in every pain, in the way the sky comes down and calls your memory by name. I still hear you in the rain, like goodbye never washed away, like love still lingers in the storm and finds me every time it falls. I still hear you in the rain. The coffee cools beside the sink. I stop like I forgot to think, 'cause when the weather turns this way, it feels like you came back to stay. I wear the daylight like I'm healed, like I don't know how deep this feels. But when the clouds lean low and gray, I lose all the words I meant to say. A passing car, a distant street, the whole world drowned in silver grief, and every puddle holds a face of someone I still cannot replace. They say the storm will pass me by, but not the one I keep inside. I still hear you in the rain, in every drop, in every pain, in the way the sky comes down and calls your memory by name. I still hear you in the rain, like goodbye never washed away, like love still lingers in the storm and finds me every time it falls. I still hear you in the rain. Maybe that's the cruelest thing you left, but not the sound of you now. Every storm feels like a message from love I couldn't keep or lose. I would've taken silence, I would've taken empty skies, but now even heaven breaking open feels like your ghost outside. And every time the thunder fades, I still wait for your voice again, like some part of me believes the rain might bring you in. Soft rain, cold glass, your name comes back. No peace, no end, just you again. I still hear you in the rain, and it breaks me just the same. Every storm Let the whole sky cry tonight. Let the storm say what I can't. Some loves don't leave with summer, they stay behind in weather. I still hear you in the rain. In the rain. My hands still miss yours in the quiet after midnight, when the room goes blue and empty and the moonlight plays our last night. I reach across the cold sheets like memory has a pulse, but all I ever touch now is the ghost of what we were. Your sweater's gone from the chair now, your coffee cup don't stain the sink, but every little habit still stops me before I think. Like some part of my body never learned you left for good. It just keeps looking for your fingers in the dark like lovers would. I can say I'm getting better, I can smile and play it strong, but there's a language in my skin that still says you belong. My hands still miss yours, still ache for your touch, still open in the darkness like they don't know you're gone. My hands still miss yours, and it hurts too much, 'cause even when my heart says let go, my body still holds on. My hands still miss yours. I pass by other people and let them brush against my sleeve, but nothing feels like comfort, nothing feels like relief. 'Cause you once held me softly, like I was safe inside your palms. Now every kind of tenderness just reminds me what went wrong. The rain taps on the window like it knows my secret well, that I still feel your absence in the spaces where you fell. From my life, from my future, from the way I used to sleep. Now all I have are restless nights and your memory under my skin. They tell me time can't heal it, make the hurting less and less, but time can teach my fingertips how to forget your silhouette. My hands still miss yours, still ache for your touch, still open in the darkness like they don't know you're gone. My hands still miss yours, and it hurts too much, 'cause even when my heart says let go, my body still holds on. My hands still miss yours. Maybe that's the cruelest thing, not just losing all of you, but losing the way your fingers made the whole world feel. That's cruel. You held my shaking like a promise, you steadied every broken part. Now I hold nothing but the silence and the tremble in my heart. I hate how every little moment still turns my hands into a prayer, like maybe love could come back through the door and find me waiting there with these empty hands, still shaped by yours. My hands still miss yours. You left with your hand on the doorway, like you were only stepping out. The room stayed warm for just a moment, then the silence settled down. Your coffee cooled beside the window, your shadow stayed across the floor. And I kept listening for your footsteps, like love might walk back through the door. The night came slow, the rain came softer, like heaven knew what I would lose. And every little thing around me still looked like it belonged to you. I thought goodbye was one sharp moment, one clean ache I'd make it through. But some endings keep on breathing long after losing you. Some goodbyes never finish, they keep breaking in the dark. They keep living in the silence, they keep beating in the heart. Some goodbyes never finish, they don't end when someone leaves. They stay in every empty room, and every breath you take to grieve. Some goodbyes never finish, and you're still hesitant in me. I wear the daylight like I'm healing, like I've learned to let you go. But every evening pulls the curtain on the hurt I never show. Your name still rises in my chest, like a prayer that won't release. And every song that plays too softly turns my calm back into grief. I try to clear the house around you, fold the shirts, erase the trays. But grief is hands and grief remembers every soft and sacred place. They say that time will close the chapter, like the end is plain and true. But some stories keep on bleeding when they end with loving you. Some goodbyes never finish, they keep breaking in the dark. They keep living in the silence, they keep beating in the heart. Some goodbyes never finish, they don't end when someone leaves. They stay in every empty room, and every breath you take to grieve. Some goodbyes never finish, and you're still hesitant in me. I would've taken slam doors, anger, anything loud enough to name. But you left soft, almost like mercy, and that made it worse somehow. 'Cause now I feel the gentle endings, the quiet look, the fading touch. The way your love can die so slowly and still be felt this much. Maybe that's the cruelest truth now, not that you're gone, but how you stayed in the middle of my healing, like goodbye never found its place. Not over, not through, not gone, not you. Still aching, still blue, still ending in this room. Some goodbyes never finish, they keep calling out your name. They keep turning little memories into weather, into pain. Some goodbyes never finish, and I still live inside of one, still touching where you held me, never finish, and yours still lives in me. So if the night feels heavier, it's just your leaving coming through. Some hearts don't break one time and heal. They keep saying goodbye to you. You were the light that stayed too late, the kind that made the dark feel safe. A half-told dream, a quiet flame that touched my life and changed my name. Your jacket hung beside the door, like you still lived here a little more. And every room we used to breathe in still folds around the shape of then. I used to think forever sounded like your heartbeat next to mine. Now it sounds like rain on windows and a love I couldn't keep in time. You were never fully mine to hold, but you were closer than anyone before. Close enough to feel like home, far enough to leave me torn. You were my almost always, my almost home, my almost fate, the one I love like forever, even while you slipped away. You were my almost always, the ache that never left my veins. Not quite mine, not fully gone, just enough to make me stay. You are my almost always. The morning comes in tired gold, but nothing here feels warm anymore. Your coffee cup is gone, but somehow I still make room for one more. I smile like I've been healing, like I've learned to lose with grace. But every little song at midnight still puts your shadow in my face. I hear your name in passing weather, in the hush before I sleep. And every time I think I'm over it, you show up somewhere deep. They say almost gets easier once enough time moves through, but some almost turn into scars, and mine still looks like you. You were my almost always, my almost home, my almost fate, the one I love like forever, even while you slipped away. You were my almost always, the ache that never left my veins. Not quite mine, not fully gone, just enough to make me stay. You were my almost always. Maybe that's the cruelest kind of love, the kind that almost made it through, the kind that left the door still open just enough to haunt the truth. I would have rather lost you loudly to a storm, to something I could name, but you left soft, and now the silence still repeats your almost name. You were the life I almost lived, the prayer I almost got to keep. Now I lie beside what never was, and wake up missing what we'd be. Almost forever, almost enough, almost the answer, almost my love, almost still here, almost the same. Almost is the saddest word when it still says your name. You were my almost always, the one I still can't place behind. 'Cause even now in all this distance, you still live in part That's why I still break this way. So if the night feels heavier, it's just your memory moving through. Some people lose what they once had. I lost the life I almost knew. You were my almost always, and I still haven't left you.